Alright, so round one, like I said, fuck mana fixing. I have perfect mana. Everything is fantastic in the world. So, uh, I've got. I mean, you could say this is a slow hand. I mean, it has a 1/1 flyer, and from what people tell me, if you have 1/1 flyers, you win. So, um, no turn to play. That's fine. That's perfectly acceptable. As long as he doesn't drop like one of those chiefs or something that makes his dude a 2/1. Oh, two of those guys. That just seems painful. Alright. So I'm gonna play this. Then if I can attack, I can turn on raid, which is nice. Um, if I draw a land. Everyone says 18 lands. I can't do it. I just can't play 18 lands. I am so against 18 lands. I don't know if you, this set was supposed to mimic Shards of Alara. Not this set, this draft format was supposed to mimic Shards of Alara with the different wedges and the shards and blah blah blah. And you know, it's like I get in for one. I got him on a 20 turn clock now. So if he has 0 plays for the next 20 turns, I win. By the way, no, but if you guys ever played Shards, there was basic land cycling, there was cycling, there was, you know, things that were, you know, like you could play 5-color good stuff in every single draft. Like you could play Cruel Command 5-color good stuff. Or, you know, you could play Jund, but this set was nothing like those others. And alright, so he attacks with these two guys. Doesn't attack with these two guys? I don't know. Maybe he's just making them dance. Maybe he's ghosting me and watching me record, which would mean that he's outside my window, which would be really creepy. Alright, so that's a dude. He does stuff. That's the one that gives lifelink, I think. Oh my god, Pyrokinesis is such a blowout here. Pyrotechnics is fine too, but Pyrokinesis would be a fucking blowout. Continue to just get in for one. Like I said, you know, like people have told me, attack with 1/1 flyers and you win. God, this format used to be so much fun. Remember when you used to get like that pack one, pick one card that every time you play a face down creature, you get a land out of your deck, and then when you turn it face up, it gets +2/+2. That was a fun deck, and you'd get like you'd think that you're screwed, and all of a sudden you'd get like that last pick. 2 mana, all morphs get +0/+1. Alright, so he's just not attacking. I'm not sure why. What I can do is I can just continue to attack with my 1/1 flyer. I won't. Really, my dream is to force him to use removal. Okay, so regardless of all that, it looks like he's on straight black-white. I can't, you know, think about him being on red. So I kind of thought that he would, you know, that was his face down card. There aren't as many black morphs as there are other colored morphs, I believe. So, okay, I will block here. I'll put 2/1 there, and I'll put my 2/3 there. That seems about right. He doesn't have to turn on death. Maybe I should have put the 2/2 in front of the dude, so I would give it death touch. Force him to give it death touch, you know what I mean? Same old shit. But that was a premature ejaculatory feat of resistance there. That is just unnecessary. I should have double blocked, forced him to use removal, and then feat of resistance into pyrokinesis. Ooh, sandblast. Removal. Still can't flip my morph, but I want to get this. What is it, a Lotus Path Djinn? Like, are they just throwing the name Lotus onto everything nowadays? Whatever. And attack with my 1/1, you know, because it's scary. And attacking with those 1/1s, they never see it coming. They don't, being honest. I've done 4 points of damage with a 1/1 flyer that he has yet to have an answer to, so I really cannot argue with that. I'm just gonna block with my morph. It sucks, I'll lose it, whatever. It can die. It's expendable. Its life means nothing to me. And then he can level that thing up all he wants. I mean, by the time that becomes relevant, that's 4 turns from now, and I can have him down to 12. So, yes, lands. Beautiful, beautiful lands. Alright, so I'm just gonna, like, you know, do yield wipeout. Wipeout. Ding, 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 ding. Trigger prowess, blah, blah, blah. Makes me question whether or not he just never drew his harsh sustenance. I don't know. Some people are just not very good. I'm not very good at this format, and I'm just, you know, don't enter an 8-4 unless you know you're going to win it. And only one person can win it, so that's kind of weird. Alright, so we leveled up again. My guess would be the battle cry, not the battle cry, the warriors gain +2, +1, and lifelink. That would be the only move that makes sense. Or you're splashing green for butt fight. I'm also the kind of person that always plays my morphs face down. You know, you never know if it's like a combat trick or, you know, this also allows me to leave up mana for Sandblast, and it's just like one of those things where, wow, he is really leveling up that. Okay, that's cool. It's just like one of those things where why spend more mana, especially on a morph like this that's a 3 mana to put it into play and then 3 mana to flip it, which lets me leave up Sandblast. I think here I can just attack for 6, leave up Sandblast, and basically make him very, very aware that I have removal in my hand. I could play another morph too, and then leave the Sandblast up. Alright, so look at this beatdown. It's just got this straight beatdown. No need to even worry about it. By the way, my friend is still bitching at me about not playing Tasigur. I'm bitching at him for playing Pauper. So, ooh, I had Arrow Storm coming up. See how underwhelming my cards are, and yet somehow it manages to win? That's just fantastic. So, I think that War Flare is just terrible. I didn't notice I had this many 5-drops. I really could have used like another wall or wall type thing. But I have to get Tasigur into this deck because my friend bitches that Tasigur isn't in. So I go up to 18 lands and I add a Tasigur. Although I'm not, you know, if I'm to play 18 lands, I guess I could go up to 41 cards. But then I just feel weird. You know, I hate odd numbers like that. So, I mean, otherwise, I think this is acceptable. Not 100%. Do I need anything? Like, how good is like Hero's Blade here on a flyer? I didn't see any removal. Like, is Stubborn Denial a card I want to be playing? I think that's like the last thing I really need to consider. Like, over, you know, taking out. Yeah, I guess that's fine. I didn't see any morphs from him. That card, the deal 2 damage and draw a card is much better against, you know, decks with more morphs, and his card, you know, his morphs were 5/3, so it could be a huge blowout. Yeah, so I'm just checking out him playing Popper, don't mind this for a minute. I just forgot to press the pause button. No, I had to tell him that I finally got fucking Tassiger into the deck. Like, congratulations. Now I can bring back, what is that, Tormented? Whatever, the discard a card, draw two. It's fantastic. It's almost like having, half of Treasure Cruise, but also like a quarter as good. I only kept this hand though, because I have all my colors, I have draw two cards, and I have a 4/5 flyer. He has a 0/4. So, I mean, do you think it would have been completely unreasonable to make that a 1/3 for 1 mana with Outlast? I don't know. Weird things are, but I'm just gonna use it now. I have all my colors, so it doesn't really matter if I get rid of the plains here. It just takes me a minute to figure out how to use cards. No, I'm just kidding. It's not Leonin Grant. What is it? Leonin Arbiter? The worst card effect on Moto. Whoa. I really wish I had end hostilities. I really do. Okay, so I'm just going to play a Morph here. 1/5 flyer beats his 2/15 or whatever it is. Like, if this dude had Butt Fight, I'd be dead. Wow, double pump. This guy's going deep. Oh god, I should have brought Insane Bell Strike. That was stupidity on my part. So I'm just gonna play this dude. He seems pretty sweet. He flies with the greatest of ease. I know I won a match not long ago. I was playing an Outlast.deck deck, and what is he doing here? Something good? Something crazy? No? Okay. And in that Outlast deck, I had the 5 mana, 5/7 untap your creatures at the beginning of each. What was it? The beginning of each of your opponent's untap steps, and then my opponent thought he had lethal because I swung in with everything, and then I gave that dude and another big dude. I had Mardu Charm in my hand, and just gave both of those guys +1/+1 counters, and he was very angry. Because I also had the guy that if creature is a +1/+1 counter, it gets Death Touch, and then I had the +1/+1 counter, it gets First Strike. So that was a lot of fun, I'll admit. Alright, so he's coming in with the big one. That's a big boy right there. That's all I gotta say. But I'll allow it. I mean, girl, he looked good when he backed that ass up. But alright, he's still outlasting. I mean, he's getting all that he can out of this outlasting stuff. I mean, he has to have like a warrior-inspired card. Ooh, he has a dual land too. Look at this guy, he's just got everything. Apparently so do I, though. I can kill the Morph, which I guarantee you is a 5/3. I can kill his creature. I can deal damage to him. And then I can swing in for 6. Seems acceptable. I mean, I could do that, like, am I going to worry about removal? Because he can only kill one of my creatures with the 1 removal spell I saw last game. And he's outlasting so much that I don't see him using Throttle anytime in the near future. And one of my creatures can still block one of his dudes with the Vigilance, because it's a 2/3, and I think his dude's a 2/6. Yeah, it's a 2/6 and a 4/8. Alright. Yeah, so I can still block one of his dudes, that's fine. Is he gonna outlast again? Oh. Alright, so okay, that's only a 4-8, so in theory I can just stay back with the two guys and then keep up feeder resistance, block, and then turn my guy into a 1-5 flyer. Doesn't seem like the worst, so. Oh god, no. He's gonna use his removal. Don't do it. Don't do it. God damn it, Bobby. If only I had a way of preventing that from occurring. Sadly, I don't, except for this feat of resistance in my hand. And, like, the God's Willing that I added into my deck when nobody was looking. But that's perfectly acceptable. Ooh. Brought in the big gun. I guarantee you he sided that thing in. No one plays that card. That card is completely unplayable. Actually, no, it's not unplayable as much as it is if you play it, you should go back to playing Yu-Gi-Oh! It's like one of those things. So I'm just gonna play my 4-5 prowess guy. Because my 4-5 guy, which costs like what, 2 less mana to cast, outclasses his 5-4 flyer if I draw any spell off the top of my deck that isn't a creature. So I take that back. If I draw any non-creature spell. Okay, now he's playing defense. I don't know why. I don't exactly have him like on the ropes here. Ooh, that's game. Well, no, if he has removal, it's not game. Take that back. But Ghost Fireblade is very good, so. Yeah, it's good on offense, good on defense. I guess I have 3 flyers. But I'm going to be tapping a lot of mana, so. You know, whatever. So, the reason I'm doing it this way is that Ghost Fireblade triggers prowess on my dude. So, I swing in with both, and both of them still kill him. Damn, I could have given my guy flying and blocked with that also. I mean, I could have given my guy flying, swung in for lethal. That sucks. Well, if he has an answer in his, like, you know, if he has a way of gaining life or harsh sustenance, alright. I'll see you guys in round 2. This was a really boring round 1.